My name is Shifrin, and I'm working here in the Sunnyvale Library now. And I am already 11 years in the United States. Okay, I want to tell you a story about how we came to the United States from Israel, and it was just 2 weeks before September 11. On August 28, 2001, we boarded the plane from Israel to United States, California, San Francisco. And we landed in San Francisco the same day. It was a long day. It took us about 15 hours flight, and we still were at the same day because it's 10 hours difference, and it was still the same August day, August 28, 2001, at about 6 o'clock afternoon. And it was kind of cool and windy in San Francisco, and it was my first time in the United States. I was never before. And about different things, so we came from Israel, and we lived 9 years in Israel, and before that we lived in Russia. In the last about a year in Israel, the terrorism was on the rise. So Israel, there's all this terrorism in Israel, and it was very pessimistic and gloomy, the future, because every week we heard somebody was hurt, the bomb was exploded in the bus, on the bus stop, some young people from the army were killed, and some kids on the Tel Aviv discotheque. So, and among our hopes coming to the United States was safe haven here, so in the United States. So we came this day, August 28, and we moved to our apartment in Mountain View. And what was surprising here, so in the States, that it was kind of safe. When we came to the mall, there was no security guy checking the bags, and it was kind of unusual for us. So I never heard about terrorism, actual terrorism in Russia, in Soviet Union where we lived. And the first time I heard about it, it was the time when we went to the class, and we took Hebrew class in Russia, back then in Russia, when we were preparing to immigrate to Israel. So, and we read the story in Hebrew, and the story was called, "Where is my bag? Whose bag is it?" Sorry. And it was a woman, she was asking all passengers, so because there was unattended bag in the bus, and to whom belonged this bag. I was surprised about the story. It was kind of, why was all think about it, of this bag? So when back in Israel, so I saw the purpose of this story, because it was very usual and common event when somebody left something unattended or something behind. So the people called the police, and routinely police came, awakened the place, and some robot just destroyed this unattended things. So, and most of the time it was just left somebody's bag, but this person was out of luck to get the stuff back. And it was so routine that it did not attract even the curious people around, so bystanders. So it kind of the life that we live there in Israel. So we used to, but there were times that it was better, that the times were the best. So back in September 11th, so we needed, one of the Russian friends offered to drive us to the cheap clinic, medical clinic, to do a TB test for my son. He was 12 at this time, and we needed this test to be done as fast as we can to sign him to school. The school has already started in August here. He said he will come on September 11 over, so about 10, 11 in the morning. And at the day I came up, and the TV already was on, because my son, he saw all these channels, and he was eager to see all the plays, games, and he turned the channels all around. What I heard was that all the games were cancelled. I don't know how other people remember this day. I think everybody remembered, because it was very unusual day, but for us, we were just very new in the country, and our perspective probably was a little bit different. I couldn't understand what is going on. So there was this crashing plane, And I didn't know was it the movie from Bollywood or something, this catastrophe or some crash happened. And my son told, oh, there's all the channels, should be something big happens, yeah. And later the day we knew that it was a terrorist attack, so we did not know about it. And what's my perspective about it? I think since we were new to the country, and it was a little bit stress when you come to the new country and start a new life there. But for us, I think September 11 events were a little bit easier, maybe lighter than for most of Americans, because I think Americans lost their safety and lost their kind of life that felt safe and on their own ground, on the territory, and got angry about it. We were never safe like that. We did not lose what we had to, but we did not get this safe haven that we probably were hoping to get. And recently I was preparing to talk about my story with my son, and remembering all this day, and he said, okay, I'm very sorry that we have not lived longer before September 11, because we did not know how it would be here before this.